Well, Al Jazeera Rula Amin joins me now from the Lebanese capital, Beirut. Many questions about the attacks of today, Rula, and certainly uppermost in President Assad's mind will be who was behind the attack at the National Intelligence Headquarters, and is his own security now possibly breached?
Yes, that's probably what happened, and it was the work of an insider. A security guard, an escort of one of the security officials. It's not clear who, but it was an insider's job. Whether this person acted as an individual, someone who had had it with the killings, decided to do something about it, or whether it was someone who had been cooperating with the armed opposition, whether it's the Free Syrian Army or Islamist groups, it's not clear again. But in both cases, it's very significant. It's going to be a matter of huge concern for the president and the regime, because they had thought that they had a circle of loyal soldiers and members of security around them who will never turn their backs against them, and it happened. And now everyone is going to be a suspect, and this will add tension and aggravation to the people around President Assad and the regime, and maybe it will push some people to defect, maybe not to take an ethical stand as much as to jump a sinking ship.
It could have been, again, Rula, one rogue element within his security detail, or within that security detail. But of course, the news that his brother-in-law has been killed will hit him very hard.
It's very hard, not only because he's a relative and the husband of his sister, but also because Asif Shaukat was one of the most feared men in Syria. Symbolically, he was a very strong security person. He had been around for many years. He was also a crucial player during his father's time, Hafiz al-Assad, when he was a president. He was promoted through the military ranks. He was known to be a courageous military leader. When we say courageous, you know, in his own terms. But definitely his loss is going to affect the president and his inner circle. We also have to note that in Syria and among some activists, they're even doubting the Syrian version of what happened, even implying and hinting that maybe this could be the work of the government, that these officials could have been planning for a coup or some kind of an action against the government, and that's why they were killed. The attack had been so coordinated, it's been so fatal and so striking that many people have a hard time believing it's true and that it's the work of the opposition. It's a very strong blow to the president, maybe one of the most severe blows he had gotten in the past 1 year and a half, and it will cripple his ability to control things on the ground. Maybe it's not a death blow, maybe it will not end the crisis, and maybe the president will not shift positions after this. It's very unlikely that he will. Probably he will try to show he's more defiant, more strong. He will try to unleash more force on the ground, and this we have been seeing already on the streets of Damascus. But it definitely will mark a new level of violence on the streets of Damascus and the rest of the country. And as just we heard from the Syrian information minister and from other officials who have been telling local Lebanese TV stations here, this is going to be the battle to crush the armed rebellion at any cost, and they will do it.
Well, for the moment, Rula, thanks for joining us and updating us on what's happening in Beirut. Let's give some more information while we see those live pictures coming from Damascus of gunfire.